Hey guys, JamesMCD Reviews here. I was going to wear an actual pair of aviator sunglasses for this review as a little nod to Freddie Mercury, but the ones that I owned went missing. Wonder how that happened. You can kind of see I'm kind of growing a bit of a Freddie Mercury mustache right now. That's what No Shave November will do to you. So the other day I went and saw Bohemian Rhapsody, the biopic based on one of the most iconic rock groups of all time, Queen. The movie follows the rise and fall of the band as well as its lead singer Freddie Mercury, his dodgy and mysterious private life, and his eventual contraction of the AIDS disease. Now I was really looking forward to this movie when I first saw the trailer because I freaking love Queen. Queen is one of my favorite rock groups of all time, and I really love biopics. It's not my favorite genre, but I just love hearing an interesting story and learning about someone new. Two examples I can think of that came out within the past 2 years. I, Tonya and the Disaster Artist. Two amazing films, both happen to be biopics. So I was really looking forward to this one because, like I said, I love Queen and I was interested in hearing their story. But unfortunately, the story is kind of the biggest problem that I have with the movie. Now, it's not terrible, but it is a bit rushed. It's really, the pacing does real damage to this movie. The events that happen, they kind of happen at a really fast rate. Introduction to Freddie. Freddie meets the band. He joins the band. They get really popular. They make an album. That gets really popular. He starts dating someone. He proposes. They break up. The band writes this song. The band writes this song. Blah blah blah. And basically that's how it plays out. And it's kind of like a Cliff Notes rather than a detailed background. I mean, you do get a lot of detail, but probably not as much as you were expecting. And it's weird because, this is a 2-hour and 15-minute movie, and you would think with that amount of time they would be able to, squeeze more detail in. But it all kind of happens so fast, so you don't really get a chance to really know or understand what's going on. So that was just kind of a problem that I had. But everything else about the movie I thought was really fantastic. First of all, Rami Malek's performance was, if he does not get an Oscar nomination for this, I will be very disappointed, because I'm going to go back to the same examples I used earlier. In the same way that James Franco transformed himself as Tommy Wiseau and Margot Robbie transformed herself as Tonya Harding, Rami Malek transforms himself as Freddie Mercury. He is Freddie Mercury. And he's so good because he plays the flamboyant, fabulous diva style character of Freddie Mercury, but when he needs to be, he can also be really serious and really emotional. There were some really great moments from him. There's a press conference scene in this movie that's one of the probably one of the best acted scenes out of the whole movie. So love his performance. All the other actors do a really good job too. The other bandmates, which I don't know much about them, but they seem like they were pretty close. I know that the actual band members, the ones that are still alive, they had a hand in, I think, writing the script for this, I think, or at least supervising it. So, you know, the movie had their blessing, and so if any details were wrong, they would probably have known about it and fixed it. The directing by Bryan Singer was really good. The cinematography is fantastic. There are some really well done, well shot scenes in this movie. There's a shot in particular that I freaked out over. There's a shot, it's him in a waiting room or something, and it's his sunglasses on a table, and it's showing the reflection of him off of his glasses, and I'm that's such a cool shot. Oh my god. I'm usually not for seeing movies in 3D or IMAX or anything like that, but I think this one deserves it. There are some really cool scenes, the concert scenes in particular. that I think are definitely worth the IMAX ticket price. Like, hell, like the last 20 minutes or 15-20 minutes of this movie is a recreation of Queen's performance at Live Aid at Wembley Stadium, and it's fucking gorgeous. Like I wouldn't even imagine what it would look like or how good it would look on an IMAX screen. I think that alone is worth the ticket price. And speaking of which, the soundtrack, do I even need to say anymore? It's fucking Queen music. Of course the soundtrack is going to be great. And I love how they played the soundtrack into like certain scenes in the movie, like whenever they shows them like the creative process of how they would put certain songs together, which I kind of wish they would show more of, to be honest. But they would be like, they would show them putting their songs together, and there would be shots where they're just like putting random objects in instruments and just making just random noises, and that's how like the songs would come out, and it is actually pretty cool and creative. Like I wish they had shown more of that, because it was like really interesting. And also the movie is very emotionally investing. I know a lot of people were concerned that they weren't going to show much of Freddie's private life, and they weren't going to show him having AIDS, and that I mean, you get like a really brief glimpse of his private life. I know that one of the things that they wanted to, the band members who were working on this movie, they said that they wanted to be mostly about Freddie and his work, not necessarily his private life. But you do get a bit of, you do get like a small glimpse of it, like a really subtle glimpse. Not necessarily saying that they like straightify him, but you do get a bit, and the bit you get, it is emotionally effective. And then when it goes into, you know, him having AIDS, and it shows like kind of the effect that would have on someone, and like the solitude and the worrying and all of that stuff. Like it's really rough. It's definitely emotionally investing, and there are definitely parts where you will cry. I am a testament to this. I came pretty close to crying near the end, and I know that some friends that I saw it with, they were crying too. So, but yeah, like I don't know, like I don't really have that much else to say about the movie. Like, yeah, it is, the pacing is pretty fast, and yeah, it is a bit by the numbers, but I had fun with it. I really enjoyed the movie, like. And I do, like I said before, I do hope that Malik gets an Oscar nom for this, because he freaking deserved it. Yeah, like, I really enjoyed the movie. Screw whatever the critics say, 'cause I know that they're not being too kind on this movie right now, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great movie, another great biopic, and I think Freddie would be proud. So yeah, if I had to rate it, I'd probably give it, I'd say 4 out of 5. That seems about right. I really enjoyed it, and definitely go see it if you haven't already. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell for more reviews. Tell me in the comments what you thought of Bohemian Rhapsody if you saw it. And what's your favorite Queen song? I'm curious. Aside from that, be sure to subscribe to my main channel, JamesMCD Productions. Follow me on all my social medias. Everything you need to know will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching. See you later.